welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you're watching this on the 23rd of April, then you might be thinking, why are you posting on this random day, Abby? What is today to me? Because we're all here for the same reason, and that's for my presence, obviously. The 23rd of April, you might not realise, is a pretty special day for all of us here on this channel, and that is because it is my 1-year anniversary of posting YouTube videos. To celebrate this wonderful anniversary of me being able to produce great content for you for a whole year, we are going to be doing the highest form of YouTube content, and that is a Q&A. I got some of my friends to send me questions. I put together. We're going to go on a wonderful journey. I'm probably not going to say who has asked the questions unless they're ridiculous. I'm looking at you, Wang. Some of your questions were f***ing strange. The first question I was asked was, what is my favourite place abroad? I have been to Greece. I liked some of it a lot. I liked some of it a lot less. I really liked Delphi. Delphi is like the best touristy place. I really like Paris. I went there with my good old chum Erin. And the first place I ever went abroad was Canada. I went there in 2010. It was really nice. It was kind of like England, except it was slightly stranger animals and it was a bit hotter. Okay, moving on. Wang asked a full stream of questions, like hundreds. Wang's first question was, who is your least favourite teacher? I think she wants Anarchy and I don't know if I want to give it to her. I'm gonna have to bleep that out, but like... Wang also asked what the date is today. The date today is the 17th of April because I'm giving myself a nice cushion of time to actually edit this video. She also asked what the weather's like. I live in England, so I think you can make fair assumptions about that, but it's cloudy. I got asked which was my favourite production that I've ever been in. There's a fairly wide scope that I could choose from because I've been in quite a lot of plays in my time on this mortal coil. I really enjoyed Accidental Death for an Anarchist. I really enjoyed End of the Line. I quite enjoyed Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe. I really enjoyed This Changes Everything. I can definitely for sure tell you which ones were my least favourite to perform in. Sweeney Todd, Amadeus. Amadeus sucked. I was also asked what's my favourite song to perform. Again, there's a pretty extensive scope to choose from here. Memory from Cats, I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis, All That Jazz from Chicago, pretty much actually everything from Chicago is so good. Maybe This Time from Cabaret, When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2, For the First Time in Forever from Frozen. Oh my god, the bangers, all of them. I was asked, would you rather skip 10 years of your life completely or go back 10 years and relive your teens? This is an impossible question. Here's what I want to know. If I skip forward 10 years, does that mean that all the intervening years have actually been completed for me? Like, me in those 10 years has gone out for a job and got a job and has a relationship and maybe is having kids. I don't know, I'll be 28 in 10 years time. That's disgusting. I just want to know if that's completed for me or if I just bounce forward 10 years and everything is the same as now. I'm just old. But I also don't want to relive my teenage years at all. I was asked which uni and which course I've applied for. I will not tell you which uni I'm going to because I already know which one I'm going to because it has very low asking grades, and frankly if I don't get BC I'm not going anywhere. I have applied for English and Drama as the combined degree. Which is your favourite and which is your least favourite out of your videos? This is an intriguing question. Probably my least favourite video that I've filmed would be the 10 things that I can't live without video, just because it felt like really flat whilst I was filming it and it wasn't even one that I could really salvage in editing, which usually I can do. My favourites: Whisper Challenge with Erin, Whisper Challenge with Wang, Who's Most Likely To with Millie and Wang, Who's Most Likely To with Erin, and my boarding school dorm tour video. Those would probably be my 5 favourites, although I did like Guess the Movie theme song challenge as well. I was also asked what would be my dream roles. I would love to be Sharpay in High School Musical. I would love to be Fantine in Les Miserables. I would love to be, I don't know the character's name, and I'd love to be the lead in Chicago if she gets banging songs. That's fine. If she gets to do the cell block tango, the cell block tangle, if she gets to do the cell block tango, then I would like to be that. I think the character's name is Veronica in Heathers. I would love to do that as well because Heathers has got some banging tunes too. Just whilst we take a break from some questions, I have a little bit of cake that I want to eat as a little celebration of the day. I've got a little country slice. Happy birthday to my YouTube channel. I was then asked, what do you think is overrated by society and what do you think is underrated? Overrated, bucket hats, music festivals. Underrated, listening to music on vinyl. I was also asked, do you really believe astrology? I do not believe astrology at all. I think people convince themselves that they are relating to their star signs. I'm a Capricorn, that means nothing. Yeah, I think it's very easy to think that you're like your star sign, but it's actually like, frankly, grow up. I was then asked, dream wedding, brackets, if you want to get married. I'm gonna be quick with this one. Think the wedding in Breaking Dawn. I was then asked, you have 1 week to live someone else's life, who would it be? This is an interesting question as well. I actually genuinely have no idea. Billie Eilish. Yeah, probably. Lady Gaga, Katy Perry. Think that would be a bit of fun. I was then asked, why have I not known about your barbecue sauce obsession? This is something that I keep close to my heart. My love and passion for barbecue sauce is overwhelming and it is ever present in every day of my life. At school, they deprive us of sauces with any flavours, so we're stuck with ketchup and mayonnaise, and I don't like either of them, really. Ketchup's fine, but it's a bit bland. Barbecue sauce just gives everything a little bit more verve and a little bit more vigour. I just think it invigorates me more than anything else does in life. Okay, I was then asked all of the pets that I've had. We've had family cats my whole life. We had Hobbs and now we've got Cobweb and Oscar. We had 2 rabbits when we moved from the time I was 6 to the time I was 8 and they were called Tea and Coffee and they were mine. We've had loads of fish. So many fish. I had a fish that lasted for so many years. His name was Neptune Colonges because he was named after the horse that I bet on in the Grand National that won like 10 years ago. And he had lasted a really long time and was like an old fish. And he was completely fine. And then he got eaten by a heron. How depressing is that? I got asked, tell us more about your running journey. I have to ask, do you mean the running journey as in the route that I go on or the emotional journey that I've been on? At the start of the first lockdown, I didn't know how long we'd be in lockdown. Obviously no one did. I need to exercise or force myself to exercise to actually feel like I'm fit and healthy. So I forced myself to go on a couple of runs at the start of lockdown and I was like, actually I can probably keep doing this. So I kept doing it and I've sustained the physicality that I wanted. I was also asked, what's wrong with Teenage Dirtbag? It is one of the worst songs that has ever been made. There's your answer. I was asked, if you had to pick one food to have every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? Strawberries. I really like strawberries. I was also asked, who was my first favourite singer? Probably Britney Spears, maybe Katy Perry, one of the two, both. One of my friends, who shall remain nameless, provided me with such good questions, such deep questions, not like Wang, whose question like, do you miss me? I was asked, what was my biggest heartbreak? Boy made me think he really liked me. He didn't. Really hurt me. No, I'm kidding, I actually don't. Frankly, I was heartbroken after the school music theatre competition because the whole thing was a complete sham. Juicy boy experience. I don't know if I can say that. Make of that what you will. I got asked what was my biggest regret. I would always say choosing history instead of Latin at GCSE. I think I would have done better. Another deep, heavy, fun question that I got asked was, if you had the choice again, would you still choose to go to boarding school? No. I have made some really great friends, but I've also had a pretty time. Would I have peanut butter or Nutella? Nutella. I have never eaten peanut butter in my entire life, nor do I want to because I don't like the smell of it. We're going to go into the speed round now because I need to start revising again. So, best animal, cat. Favourite YouTuber, Tom Harlock, Will N.E., James Marriott, Carly and Erin, A-dubs. Those are probably my favourite. Least favourite YouTuber. Can I say the Paul brothers? I've never watched anything by them. So like them. Favourite drink, coffee or Diet Coke. Favourite kind of topping on toast. I don't like toast. Favourite brand of clothing, H&M. Does that count? What's the best thing about doing YouTube? The validation that it gives me, the sense of purpose and the positivity of a creative outlet to have. Which album will you listen over and over and over and over again for the rest of your life? When We'll Fall Asleep Where Do You Go by Billie Eilish, Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, A Blood Harmony by Phineas. Oh, Death of the Bachelor by Panic! The Disco. That one. That's my favourite album of all time. I don't know why I didn't think of that first. Best book to bring on holiday. I love all books, but if you're thinking like transport wise and enjoyment wise, everything by Nicola Yoon. Movie, TV shows you'd like to star in? This is a wonderful question. Just all my favourite shows. Law and Order, Glee, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Those are my 3 favourite shows, and therefore they'd be the ones that I would want to star in. If anyone out there is making a TV show about ancient Greek myths, I would love to be in that. I got asked if you could have a meal with anyone living or dead or fiction, who would it be? Ooh, Tom Hanks, David Tennant, Julie Walters, Judi Dench, Lily Reinhart, Harry Styles, Henry Cavill. I got asked what's my favourite item in your wardrobe. It's not here at the moment, it's downstairs, but my big purple coat with the fluff down the sides, which you've all seen before. If you've seen my video from a couple of videos ago, you know which one I'm talking about. I got asked, would you rather sweat honey or always smell bad? And I think that this is an impossible question because I hate the feeling of stickiness, but I am always paranoid about smelling bad, so I wear a lot of perfume, but I cannot deal with feeling sticky, so I would have to go with always smelling bad, which just actually feels like choice. First favourite band, Green Day, probably. Favourite colours throughout your life? I think I would say I went through a pink phase, then it was Barney purple. Nowadays it is this shade of green. I got asked where can you find the best bargain for a Coke multi-pack? Tesco. Next I got asked would you rather fight a goose or a swan? What? Probably a goose because I think they're smaller than a swan, and also swans are f***ing scary. Is it a singular goose? Least favourite fashion item? Bucket hats. Bucket hats. What am I reading at the moment? Is New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. I've nearly finished it. It is surprisingly, disgustingly good. I love them. I think they're really good. I got asked what my favourite fashion item is. Turtlenecks. And I got asked what my favourite book is. My favourite book ever is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I would also recommend Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, The Silent Treatment by Abby Greaves, One Day by David Nichols, Becoming by Michelle Obama, One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and Feminists Don't Wear Pink by Florence Given, and The Manifesto on How to Be Interesting by Holly Bourne. I have now been filming for approximately 40 minutes, so hopefully there'll be something good here. I hope you've all had a good day. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I hope you have enjoyed this year of my YouTube creations. I hope that we can continue together for some time. I hope that this is something that I can sustain, and I hope it is something that I won't delete or hide in shame when I start at university in September. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share my little baby of a channel with all your friends, and I will see you as soon as I possibly can. I love you all. Here's to the next year of YouTube content. Woo!